Hey guys, it's me, Sonja from SonjaW Coaching, and I'm super excited that you're here today because we're going to be answering the question, what is a life principle? I'm always talking about living by principle, right? Well, I'm going to talk about what in the world it is today. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sonja of SonjaW Coaching, and I am a life alignment coach who is passionate about helping overwhelmed, multi-passionate women learn how to acknowledge, execute, and win their dreams. Basically, we're trying to make sure that our dreams meet reality here at SonjaW Coaching. So anyway, I'm always talking about the TripleP Framework: live by principle, execute by process, and win by practice. And I actually wanted to talk about, well, what in the world is living by principle? Now, and why it's so important. Now, living by principle is just the key and foundation to everything that we talk about here at SonjaW. And I find it so important because when we live by principle, when we live by governed laws, by things that we can keep focused on, it helps us move forward. It helps us get to a destination, right? I think so many times in life we have these big dreams, these big desires, and we never see them because we don't have a foundation. We don't have some place or something that we lay our life on and say, this is it, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, right? So why live by principle? Well, first of all, let me make sure I explain what a life principle truly is. I talked about it a little bit in my video where I talked about the whole TripleP framework, but I wanted to get in there and really get specific about living by principle. Living by principle is actually living by a standard. Living by the desires and the things that you're looking for and looking forward to in life, okay? So when you live by principle, that's something that you've written down, that you've made clear in your heart and your mind that is important to you. And usually we talk about these principles in 6 major areas of our lives, where our relationship with God, our relationship with ourself or health, our relationship with our mind or intellect, relationship with friends, relationship with family, and we can break that down to marriage, children, extended family, all that kind of stuff, and then our relationship with our money, right? And when we actually have principles to live by in all of those areas, then we're able to focus our goals, focus our routines to make sure that we're actually getting someplace or we're moving towards where we desire to go. So when I talk about living by principle or how we live by principle, we make the decisions about those 6 major areas in our lives, and then we dream a little bit. We think about, okay, well, what would happen if I had everything that I wanted in my relationship with money or my relationship with my family? What would really happen? You write that down. If I was at my top health, what would that be? What would I feel like? What would I look like? If I was at my top intellect, what were the books I read? What was the goal? What were the goals that I hit? What was that thing? Did I want my PhD? Did I want to be well known in the research community in the area that I study? So it's answering those type of questions. And they're so key because life principles, they steady us in a storm. They help us focus in on what's important, and they give us a foundation to live by. Because if we know that our ultimate desire is to leave money for our children's children, well then when all things go crazy with our money, we don't just throw up our hands and say, you know what, forget it, I don't care, I'm gonna go buy that $5,000 purse, or I'm gonna go buy that big tech thing that I wanted to always get. No, when you have your goals, when you have that life principle set, you know what the end goal is, and no matter what happens, you are focused in on that. And that's why it's so key that we live by principle and that we have those principles in our lives so that we always know where we're trying to go and what's important to us. So that in a nutshell is living by principle. That in a nutshell is what a principle can be in our lives. And it's so key to take that time and really think about, well, what's important to us? What do we really want to see in our lives? All right, guys. So I hope that was helpful. If you liked it or if you got more questions, definitely leave a comment below or wherever the comment section is on here. And then also, if you like this and you want to hear more from me, subscribe so I know it's real, okay? Anyway, guys, I hope that you have an awesome day, and I pray that you begin to live by principle. Bye, y'all.